Trying to find some good,
Huh?
trying to find some good light here. Good morning, guys. Let me turn you up. How about that? Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell. So what better place to be than here with me? You want to say good morning? Rosie's listening to music. I'm trying to find a place to put you guys, but I'm not being very successful at it. So I promise I'm going to get something to hold you in so that I don't have to prop you up every morning. Good morning. Hold on while I get you guys going. Miss Margaret said good morning, Rosie.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Margaret. You hurt my feelings this morning. You stepped and broke my toe. Miss Margaret says she just gets up out of the bed. She doesn't need an alarm clock. She doesn't do the snooze. As I was hitting the snooze for the 5th time, that's this morning. So I'm going to be more like Miss Margaret and try not to hit the snooze button, because I get up at 4:45 and then I go back to sleep. And sometimes I usually try to stay awake and I read and I have my quiet time. But this morning, Lynn, good morning, Lynn. I just hit the add button. But this morning I kept hitting that snooze button.
Like I told you, I thought the thing was my phone, and I thought I hit the snooze button.
I know, Miss Margaret, you got, and let me tell you, my alarm went off again. And I said, oh, it's time for Market in the Morning with one eye. And so I click on Facebook and I bring you up. And, well, it's a little after 6. It might have been like 6:05, 6:06. And that's when you were saying, you don't hit the snooze button. As I was rolling over to listen to you to maybe go back to sleep, I was like, okay, Miss Margaret, thank you. So I threw the covers back and I got out of the bed and I got it moving because Miss Margaret had me feeling some type of way. All right, Lynn, see, I hit the add button, but you keep swirling, so I can't see you. Guys, the sun is not coming up fast this morning, so welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, car edition. Again, I thank everybody for joining the Fearless Morning Show every morning at 7:15. Bright and early. We know that you could be doing a gazillion and one other things because you have a life, but you are here with us, and we greatly appreciate you. I'm trying to add my fearless co-host, Miss Lynn Dimmons, who is America's #1 rebound coach. Yes, she said it, America's #1. If you need help with your finances, budgeting, investing, that budget toolkit to get it all the way together for the beginning of the year, go over to her website. That's Dimmons Enterprise. No demons, just Dimmons. And check it out, because some of that stuff is for free. Or if you have questions, you can talk to Lynn at bit.ly/talk to Lynn. That's capital LYNN. That's 2 N's on there. Lynn, go out and come back because your face is still swirling. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. So I had 2 quotes today, and I didn't know which one I liked, so we're going to do both of them. How about that? So the first one is order and good morning, my mama. Grandmother said good morning, Rosie.
Morning, Grammy.
She said good morning, Grammy. Order and simplification are the first steps towards the mastery of a subject. And that's Thomas Mann. I can't read my own handwriting. Order and simplification are the first steps toward the mastery of a subject. What are you trying to master? And then the second quote today, and it really has to do with the fearless thought for today. Eagles come in all shapes and sizes, but you will recognize them chiefly by their attitudes. Eagles come in all shapes and sizes, but you will recognize them chiefly by their attitudes. That just simply means an eagle is an eagle is an eagle by his name, by what they project, by what they are, by their name. We don't expect an eagle to be a chicken. We don't expect an eagle to be a red bird. We don't expect the eagle to be a dog. It is an eagle. And we know them despite the size or shape. We know them by their attitudes that they are an eagle. So as I was driving this morning, Rosie's listening to music and I was riding and listening. Something came across my mind, and it's part of the Fearless Thought for today, is from the, we've been talking about mental health all week and the importance of a mental detox and, you know, finding your purpose partners and your friend circle and, you know, being true to who you are at your core. But I just want to remind you guys of something, that you know that you have been different forever. Like when I was thinking about it this morning, it was like, wow, JoJo, you tried so hard to fit into everybody's version of what they wanted you to be. I tried so hard to, Lynn, I don't even see you on there anymore. I still see your face swirling, so I'm not able to add you again. So you have to exit. Like I can't hit the X on here to do anything. So when I go to add, you're not even an option to add. Yeah, I can only, okay, now you disappeared. Now let me see. Nope, I still can't do it. Try one more time. So I was thinking how hard I tried to fit into everybody's circle and version of me, and it just would not fit. Number one, it was so hard for me to do that. But number two, I've known that I was different from everybody else since I could know that I was different from everybody else. I knew I was different as a kid. I knew I was different. Godly, from 6 or 7, I just knew I was different from everybody else. Yes, I went outside and played, and I was a tomboy to my heart. I had the bikes, I popped the wheelies, I climbed the trees. I did everything under the sun, but I was also the girl who had a typewriter at 6, and I sat there and I typed stories all night long. And my parents had to take my typewriter away from me because I was typing stories. And I would read books and they would have to take the books away from me. And Miss Magdalene's house was directly behind us, and her kitchen, she had an outside light, and that light would shine into my bedroom, and how I would stand at the window and read books by Miss Magdalene's light at night. I knew I was different. I have loved words since I knew, and if my mother could talk, she would tell you I would drive her insane, because every billboard, I would spell out letters. I would try to spell them out. Well, I would spell out every billboard, every word, all the time. Then I still don't have the option to add you. I keep going there, so I'm not sure what it is. So today, guys, just let's admit, let's get over, as I tell my children, let's get past the denial stage. We're only dealing with facts. You have been different since you could remember. You have been different your whole life. You never fit into what other people wanted you to do and what they wanted you to be. You never did. You just tried your best to. And when you did, it made you look even worse because you were trying to fit in. Right? I didn't have a group I fit in with in high school growing up. I wasn't nerd enough to be with the nerds. And I played sports, but I wasn't the top athlete. And I tried so hard to fit until I realized it was not my job to do that. I was born different. I recognize that. And so I stand in being different. Don't try to be somebody. It's exhausting trying to be somebody else. It is exhausting. It is more work than you could. Good morning, Angie. How you doing? It is so hard. And so that thought hit me this morning. Like, JoJo, how much of my life did I waste? Right. Oh, that is right. I forgot. My sister played, and my children played. Well, Rosie played. Then I hit the approve button to see if that works. But I spent a lot of my life, I would say, so I'm 43, I would say up to 38. I was trying to do what everybody else wanted me to do. And sometimes we are good at something and people assume because we're good at it, we like it. No, I'm just good at that thing. That's not what I like to do. It's not who I am. So let's just get past the denial stage. You're different. You always have been. Let's be excited about that. Jesus didn't create everybody to be the same. He doesn't want 1,000 of me. He wants JoJo to be who she is. I'm a nerd / tomboy / swing lover / singer / wannabe actress. What else am I? / I think I can dance. I'm all of that, and I can be all of that. Don't try to squeeze yourself into that at all. All right, the thought for today, after I done read the quote and got cut off. So the quote for today was, eagles come in all shapes and sizes, but you will recognize them chiefly by their attitudes. You are recognized by your attitude and your actions. So while you're trying to fit in, people are recognizing you by your attitudes and your actions. Your character speaks before you get there. I'm going to try it one more time there. Your character speaks well before you get anywhere. Who you are speaks before you get there, because regardless, people talk about us 24/7. And what are they saying about your attitude and your actions and your behavior? What does it speak about you? I love you. Have a great day. Oh, Rosie, you want to show them your shirt? Rosie has on a shirt. It says, I am fearless. I was going to hold it for you so you didn't have to pop your chest up in the air. It says, I am fearless. So I love those shirts. But think about that today, guys. How people treat you at work, how your friends treat you, is how they perceive your attitude. Have a good day. Be peaceful. And the actions to what? So think about this. How many of us, don't slam it hard, how many of us have that friend that we know, what's the word, is the turn up friend? Y'all know I can't talk slang. I just try sometimes. We all have that friend we know that's going to be on 10,000 all the time. And I know which friend I can call when I want to act a fool. I know which friend I can talk when I want to talk business. I know which friend I can call when I want to be spiritual or be philosophical. I know who to call because their attitude and their behavior precedes them. Just like the eagle, they may come in all different sizes, but it's their attitude that makes them known. So what are you known for? What are you known for? If you're so busy being everything to everybody, nobody really knows who you are at your core. They may think, like people at work know Louise. They know Louise, the compliance officer. They know Louise, the training officer. They know Louise, who sits at her desk with tells a few jokes, but minds her business, Louise. They don't know the jokester, JoJo. They don't know the singer, the dancer, JoJo, the lover of words. They don't know that person. However, your attitude and your actions precede you. And let me tell you how they know that. My coworkers, when they're talking and I work in a sea of cubicles, I stand up, I say, hey, what are you guys talking about? Because they're laughing. Oh, Louis, and they call me First Lady. And I don't know why. They don't know my story. They say, First Lady, you can't hear this story because it's not for you. I was like, how do you know? They was like, you don't even talk about stuff like this. So we don't even want to bring this to you because you're not going to understand. It's not going to be funny to you. And we respect you. So we're not going to do that. Well, at first it used to hurt my feelings because I've had that happen at every job at some point in time. Like even my sister does it. I said, hey, Jerry, what are you laughing at? She was like, now, JoJo, you don't know nothing about this music. You don't know nothing about this slang. So go sit down. And they don't. And at first I would be so not upset, but my feelings be kind of hurt. Like I want to laugh. I want to participate. But then I realized it's not for, I don't need to be all things for all people. I'm different. Y'all remember that song? It was Baloney. I'm different. Don't care who knows it. Something about me. Not the same. Yeah. That was a commercial. And I had to realize that I'm different. I wasn't made to fit in. Jesus did not create 1,000 of the same person to be the exact same. He created each one of us to be different because each one of us have a different gift to give. Eagles come in all shapes and sizes. You know them chiefly by their attitudes. What are you known for? What are you known for? And if you are known for being that turn up friend, to being that cussing friend, to being the one they always call, you got that friend you call when you want to pop off with something because somebody done made you mad. What are you going to do to turn? Is it who you truly are, or is it who you assume people want you to be? So now what do you do when you want to change that? When you no longer want to be that because it's not you. What do you do to change that? Number one, you got to realize who you are. I had to realize who I was at my core. And I couldn't do it for my mama. Right. Thank you, Lynn. Wasn't that a commercial? I think it was. I don't know why I think it was an Oscar Mayer commercial or something, but I don't know. Somebody find that out. But once you realize you don't want to be like everybody else, then you have to decide who do you want to be and who are you at your core? Because a lot of times we have inundated our lives with everybody's version of ourselves that we have forgot who we are. That we no longer, and that's why a lot of times if you say, when I first started dating, the guys would say, hey, so what do you like to do? I have no idea what I like to do. Well, why not? Because I've been so busy being everything to everybody and conforming with this group and changing for this group and for that person. I don't know what I want anymore. I don't know what I like. I don't know what I enjoy doing because I haven't done anything that I wanted. Nobody was bothering to ask JoJo what she liked to do. However, they were quickly and easily telling me what they wanted me to do for them. And I was just accepting it. And I had to, when I come to the realization that I'm just different, and that's okay, that I can be whoever I choose to be, because, we're making new rules to the new you. We can define who we want to be, period. And that's my right. That's your right. That's your privilege, because the good Lord did not put you here to be the same like everybody else. So why would you? So when I realized that I was different, it changed my world, because I stopped being everything to everybody. Because number one, it was exhausting. It was adding stress. It was adding crazy. Right. What do you want to do? She asking for a friend. I'm just saying, what do you want to do? And how you want to do it? Because right now you get to, this should be exciting, guys. It was exciting for me when I realized after marriage number 2 that, okay, number 1, JoJo, you're doing way too much. And you're involving way too many people in your life. Some of us involve way too many people in our lives. You want to know why? Because we telling all our business to everybody, searching for the answer, searching for somebody to give us the answer. And y'all know what I say. There's never a problem that exists that doesn't already have the answer. You have the answer. You may not like it, but you have the answer. You might not want to do the work of the answer, but you have the answer. So when I realized I was doing way too much, this is name change number 2, 2 husbands in. I'm the common denominator at this point. So what do I want to do about that? What am I going to do about that? And people will know you by your attitude and your actions. Period. And I had to change that. I had to think about, what do people know me as? Besides Sophronia's daughter, Gerald Waddell's daughter, Gravy's sister. Besides all of that, how do they know me? And I had to redefine that. And you know what it took? The 5 keys to live past crazy. Number 1 is be quiet. That's it. I had to be quiet and stop listening, number 1, to everybody else. But more importantly, I had to stop talking to everybody else. I was telling everybody my business. I was telling and it's great to have girlfriends, but all my girlfriends knew all my business, and all of them were giving me a different input on what they thought my life should be. And I'm trying to listen to all of them and implement everything that they saying about my life. That was beyond exhausting. You getting all of your information from people who I ain't gonna say they don't know you, but like for real, who you are when you by yourself and you standing in the mirror in your bathroom in your bra and panties brushing your teeth. They don't know you that way. They don't know the thoughts that go in. And so here you are trying to force your brain to accept somebody else's ideology of what your life should be. And you're wondering why it's not working. Boo, it ain't supposed to work. That's their philosophy. That's their theory. That's what they think, not what you think. So you have to think about that kind of thing. You want to park right here?
Yeah, that'll be great. Thank you.
You're welcome. So that's your philosophy. That's their philosophy, not yours. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to continue to accept somebody else's philosophy of yourself? Sorry about that, guys. We had to move over so somebody else could have that parking space. And when I realized that I didn't have to do that, number one, and then number two, why am I accepting somebody else's definition of my life from them when they got their own problems going on? I'm just saying, think about that. You are recognized by your attitude and your actions. What do people think about you? What do they always come to you for that you hate that they come to you for? Always. You hate that they come to you for. Is it because you're good at something and you do it because you're good at it, or because you love to do it and it's who you are at your core? We are different. Please don't try to fit in. Period. Ever. I realized I am more of a free spirit than I have allowed myself to be. A lot of people think that I'm very square. I'm very set in one thing, but I'm more of a free spirit. And then this year, I realized how much of a free spirit I was, and how good it felt to be me. It felt good to finally be JoJo, to be who I wanted to be without anybody else's stipulation. And then when I figured out how I wanted to be, who I wanted to be, and I projected all of that, and this is years in the making. Thank you, Angie. This is years in the making, y'all. And then once I realized, well, doggone, if I want to be free and I want to do this and I want to do that, people adjusted to me. And I got new friends. Y'all know I'm looking for some new friends. I'm looking for some new purpose partners. I got people that really align to my spirit and my mind thinking and what I was going through. Not people who assumed that that's what I was. So that's why, I'm getting me a nose ring. I'm determined to get, I made that. Y'all know I said I wanted one for my birthday, and I didn't get one because I was listening to my friends and my family. JoJo, Lord, what's going on? First you wanted purple hair, and Angie, you being the hair person, I dyed my hair purple, but you didn't tell me that I had to, I guess, bleach it first to get the purple to take. And so now you can't really see any color unless you in the sun. So I wanted purple hair. And that was the only thing I got that I really wanted. I let other people talk me out of getting a nose ring. And then I had that conversation yesterday. Like, why did I allow people to talk me out of that? Because I had went back into that, let me be who I think others want me to be mode. And just like that, I slipped right back into it, and it didn't take any time. That's why your mental health is important, because you got to be aware of when your triggers happen and when things happen so that you can stop it and be like, hold up, wait a minute. I'm not fixing to do that, because that's not who JoJo is. That's not who I am at my core. Your friends will thank you for it in the end. They may not understand your transition right now. A lot of my girlfriends are like, girl, what are you going through over there? It doesn't matter. It's my own personal journey. And when I went through the journey and I figured out who I was, my friends were there waiting, but I had a different relationship with each of them because I was different. If you want a different friendship, if you want a different relationship, sometimes it requires you to be different, not the other way around. Order and simplification are the first steps toward the mastery of a subject. Miss Margaret said, forget them. They don't. Right, Miss Margaret. And that's it. We want to know that we have a support system, but at the end of the day, I know it is Yamitra, JoJo, Waddell that's got to find the answer, that's got to find a way, that's got to figure it out. I cannot figure it out if I'm trying to be how my friends want me to be. If I'm trying to be Louise at work, if I'm trying to be mama over here, trying to be daughter over here, I've got to figure that out. And if I'm not living who I am at my core, I'm going to figure it out to the degree of what I assume everybody else wants me to do. And I'm still going to have that same problem. I'm still going to be crazy because I'm not figuring it out for me. I'm figuring it out for the version of me that I have presented to them, that I know that that's the answer that they want. How many of us have had a problem and we knew the answer that we, like in our core, we really wanted to be like, you know what, I cut this off. I'm not going to do this anymore. But we didn't because we didn't want mom and them to think a certain way. We didn't want our friends to think a certain way. So we told each of them a different story of how we reacted to the situation in our life. I stopped doing that. I was like, you know what? It's exhausting. What story did I tell you that I said? Because I got crazy. Now, I told you I dealt with it this way, and I told my mama I dealt with it this way. But in reality, I dealt with it what felt good to my soul. And because I don't think they're going to respect that or understand that, I told them each a different story. That's not fair to you, boo. It wasn't fair to me because I'm people pleasing. I'm lying, and nobody know the true story but me. And I'm exhausted trying to keep it all together. So now when I tell people, ask me a question, I tell the one story and that's it. This is what it is. Well, JoJo, why'd you do that? Because I want to. Well, I don't understand. It wasn't for you to understand. It's not your situation. It's not your problem. It wasn't for you to figure out. I'm just saying. Their lives don't look like the life they want. So they try. Miss Margaret, can we drop the mic on that one? I'm just saying. So they trying to make you live the best. Let me tell you something. Your friends and your family will force you to live the life they want because they're not bold enough to live the life they want. Don't make me live your life, boo. You got your own. I got my own. Now, just because you may not be bold enough to live your life the way you want to, it does not make it my problem. I can't help you with that. You've got to live the life that you want for yourself. And if you stop and think about this, and then Miss Margaret, what is this, Thinking Thursday? On this Thinking Thursday, think about it. Is your life what you want, or is it the life that your mom and them told you wanted? Is it the safe life that you know you're going to get the least resistance from? Because if you live true to who you are, like I love poetry. I love to write it. And my parents is like, Judge, I gave them poems for Christmas. Where'd you buy this from? I wrote it. Well, why didn't you tell anybody? I was busy trying to live how you assumed I needed to live. And when you become true to who you are at your core, life gets so much easier. This your parking space? Okay, I pull up. This is the third time I've moved this morning. Normally, there's nobody here. This is insane, but that's okay. That is okay. Think about that today, guys, on this Thinking Thursday. What are you living your life? How are you living it? Who are you living it for? You are recognized by your attitude. Eagles come in all shapes and sizes, but you recognize them all chiefly by their attitudes. Thank you. I intend to change the world. Miss Margaret, I'm right there with you. You my purpose partner, because I'm a firm believer. I've always said this on the morning show. If we can change one person who can change their family, who will then change their community, we will change the world. I'm crazy enough to believe that will happen. I'm crazy enough to believe that I'm going to have a hand in making that happen. I may not see it happen all the way, but I will have a hand in making that happen. Who are you today? Whose life are you leading? Order and simplification are the first step toward the mastery of the subject. Order and simplification. Who are you at your core? Who do you want to be? And are you going to master you, or are you going to allow somebody else to master you? That's a good one. I'm just saying. Some of us are allowing others to tell us who we are, where we going, what we going to be, how we going to get there. But on this Thinking Thursday, think about that. You have known, as I close out, just leave you with this one thing. You've known you were different from day one. I've always known I was different. I just am. And that's okay. That's exciting. That's fun. That's cool. I accept that. God didn't intend for there to be 1,000 JoJos. He didn't make it that way. The chances of you being here is 1 in 1.3 trillion. So you think he made you to be like everybody else? If that was your odds of being here from your mother having you, and you thought you were meant to be here for that, and to be like somebody else? No, boo. Go be you. Be true to who you are. So when we come back tomorrow, I want somebody to tell me or share with me or send me a message if you like. Who did you decide that you're not going to be today? Are you going to stop being what everybody else wants you to be? Or are you going to be true to who you are? You are different, and I don't care who knows it. Something about me, it's not the same. Yeah, I really need to find that commercial. I remember that as a kid. You're different. Don't try to fit in. It's okay. Guess what happens when you stop trying to live your life like everybody else? When you stop trying to people please, an amazing thing happens. You want to know what that is? You don't die. And guess what? The people around you don't die either. A lot of times we get caught up thinking, if I change who I am, and you're not changing who you are, you're living true to who you are inside, people will have a heart attack. People will die. No, they won't. Nobody died. None of my friends died. Right. On this journey to be fearless, you will find yourself. Sometimes we're inundated with crazy simply because we're not living our true life. We're inundated with crazy because we have built our life around other people's definition of who we are. And if you take Thinking Thursday today to think about who you are at your core and why you are, your crazy just might stop today. It could be that simple. What was the quote? Let me see. This is a good one. Order and simplification are the first steps toward the mastery of a subject. Master yourself. It's very simple. It's a very simple question. Are you living your life or Mama Nell's life? Yes, we are lost inside of ourselves and we are exhausted because at the end of the day, when you're in that shower, and if y'all know my story, I used to stand in that shower and just say, I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. And for 2 years, I don't think I bathed. I just stood in the shower and said, I know I'm not crazy. When you in that shower and when you have your quiet time, when you think, why in the hell am I doing this when I know this is not who I am? Why in the world do I keep putting up with this when it's not who I am? It's because you have allowed other people's expectations to define your world. And when you get quiet and realize who you are, and when you self-talk to yourself and yourself is saying, JoJo, why do you keep doing this? This is stupid. That's the real you trying to get out. Letting you know, boo, this ain't working for us and ain't nobody happy over here. We stressed out, mad, overweight, knee hurt, back hurt. That's because you may be circle and you're forcing yourself to be an octagon or a square or a triangle. You are insistent that you be something that you're not. Please don't do that. Your life is going to be hurting. I'm just saying. Think about that on today, guys. As we close out the show, I appreciate absolutely everybody joining the Fearless Morning Show. My fearless co-host, Miss Lynn Dimmons, who is America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yes, she said it. America's #1. Listen, yes, I did take a bath, but y'all know what I mean. Those 2 years was crucial. They was crucial, honey. I was so deep in crazy. I was deep in it. That's why I'm the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? I'm telling you, I'm just here to make you think about something. I want to be your agent of change. I don't want to really make you feel good. Okay, if I do, that's great. If I motivate you, that's great. But I want you to be able to get off Facebook or YouTube or the replay and actually do something about what you heard. What are you going to do about it? Eagles come in all shapes and sizes, but they are known chiefly by their attitudes. What are you known by? And if you don't like what you're known by, you can change it. I promise you can. The first step is to be quiet and then realize who you want to be. Stop talking to everybody else and getting everybody else's opinion about your life when it's yours. It ain't theirs. I went all country with that. It's yours. I don't know if that's a word, but in the country, it's a word. You cannot. We are all made differently. Let's be excited about that we are all made different. We're not made to be the same. And when I realize that I'm different, I don't have to be who they say I have to be. I just have to be who I am at my core. That makes me satisfied. It makes me happy. And because I do that, I can effectively serve other people. I can't help anybody else if I'm not living who I am. I can't #change the world with Miss Margaret. I can't be the Live Past Crazy specialist. I can't be a good mama. I can't be a good friend. I can't be a good daughter. I can't be a good aunt. I cannot be a good sister. Yarn is a word. In our city, yarn is a word. I promise. You might leave out the I. I think it's why you are in. I did the U backwards. But I'm just saying, yarn is a word. And you cannot, guys, if we are eagles, we cannot serve if we are determined to be chickens. Chickens can only go so high. An eagle has no limits. So, and sometimes you down there with your friends who may be chickens, and that's no disregard to them. That's the life they chose. But if you're different, then you're different. Here's the thing, you're gonna stick out regardless. When I was trying to cuss in college, I tried to cuss in college. You know what them folks say? Even now, when I try to cuss now, I may say hell, may say damn every once in a while. People stop me and they be like, just stop. You don't even sound right trying to say the word. And when I try to use slang, people like, just, you know what, just stop. So it doesn't matter. If I'm trying to fit in, I stick out. But when I'm myself, then I'm still going to stick out. So I might as well stick out being true to who I am. Right. I can't. I can't. I can't be, when Trenda calls me and say, hey friend, how you doing? The boys miss you. You want to come visit? I can't even be good for them if I'm not good for me. You've got to be good for yourself, because if not, you're passing your poison on in some shape, form, or fashion, because other people can recognize it's not real. But they're going to go along with it because it appeases them. Be true. If you're going to stick out anyway, you might as well be true to who you are. So I own all of my titles that I want to own. They mine. I gave them to myself. I am a lover of words. I am a poet. I am a writer. I am a speaker. I am a teacher. I am a librarian at my heart. I am a daredevil. And I forgot that when I took on other people's fears, I forgot that I was a daredevil. I forgot that as a kid, I was the one popping willies and jumping out of trees and doing flips out of trees at my grandfather's house. I forgot I was that one. Right. And you're going to be so unhappy with your life trying to live. I could not live everybody else's life for me. I could not be what they wanted me to be if it wasn't who I was. It made me angry. No. It made me resentful. And it will make you resentful at the person that you're trying to please. You will get angry and resentful at them because They are forcing you to live some type of way. And because you're not bold enough to stand in who you are, you just say, okay, and accept them telling you how to live your life. And now you're resentful and angry at that person. And they have no idea why, because they're perfectly happy. They told you, hey, JoJo, I want you to be this way. And JoJo said, okay. And I'm mad on the inside because I don't want to be that way. But because they told me I needed to be, I'm trying to be. Now I'm frustrated, mad, disgusted, back hurt, shoulder hurt, taking it out on the kids, the husband. I can't pray because I'm praying. Here's the prayer. God, change them because I don't like them. When the good Lord is saying, boo, I'm not changing them. You the one that need to change because you were trying to fit into their square when clearly I made you a triangle. Boo. If you're going to stick out, you might as well stick out and love every bit of yourself instead of trying to be like somebody else. Eagles come in all shapes and sizes, but you will recognize them chiefly by their attitudes. What are you known for? Order and simplification are the first steps toward the mastery of a subject. Master yourself. You are recognized by your attitude and your actions. And are you willing to accept what you're recognized for? Correct, Trina. You are simply being bound by their expectations of what they want you to be. And when you realize, let me tell you, your life will be so much easier, freer, better, stress-freer, if that's a word. It's unreal. You're going to be, and here's the thing, you're going to be so much happier and stress-free that now you have way more How many of you, me included, this used to be me, you come home and at the end of the day, you so tired, all you can possibly muster is sit on the couch and watch TV and go to sleep. That's all you got. You ain't got nothing else. You ain't got nothing else. You can't talk on the phone. You can binge watch your TV and you can eat your snacks, but you ain't got no energy for nothing else. It's exhausting. Changing who you are minute to minute to fit the people that are around you. It's exhausting. It is so exhausting. Now, you may call me Louise at work, but please understand, JoJo was there in spirit and she is speaking up every day. You may call me Young Mitra, but it's JoJo in spirit and she is speaking up. Whatever name you call me, JoJo's there. I refuse to negate the fact of who I am, period. What are you known by? And what you are known, you ain't even got to, and here's the thing, and I'm really closing out. What you are known by is how people approach you. So look at how people come to you today. How are they coming to you? That's what you're known for. So if you don't know the answer to, well, how do people know me? What are they coming to you for today? Take out your kids because, you know, they expect mama to have all the answers. That's just a given. What do they come to you for? And then once you realize what they're coming to you for, because that's what you're known by on this Thinking Thursday, are you okay with that? Are you okay with them coming to you with this all the time, with this one thing? And if you're not, take mental detox. Let's take this weekend. Let's take that hour quiet time and figure out what it is that we want to be known for. If that's your prayer time, this is what I believe about prayer. And this is strictly my personal JoJo belief. We can pray until Jesus himself comes down and sits in front of us. But ultimately, he has already given us the answer. You keep praying for the same thing. Lord, show me the answer when he's giving it to us. It's just you've got to be willing and bold enough to do the work of the answer that he's already given you. We can find the scripture that goes with it. You can find a book that resounds with you. You can listen to Lynn tell you about it. You can listen to me. You can listen to radio. Some off the wall, something will make you be like, oh yeah, that's it. And you will still go back and pray and ask God for a sign. And you will still think he is silent. He's not. He's already given you the answer. He can't go any further till you do the work that he told you to do the first time. And what he told you the first time was, JoJo, I didn't make you like that. So until you fix that, until you live who you are for real, like who I told you to be, then I can't bless you to go any further. I can't move you to make new friends. I can't give you a purpose partner. I can't do this for you, or because you got to do what I told you to do the first time. Let's live who you are, true to your calling. Because if I bless you with who you think everybody wants you to be, you're not going to be happy with that. You're not going to be happy with that blessing. You think you may be, but you won't. You will not be, because who you are at your core is opposed to who you are living. I'm just saying. That is the Fearless Thought for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining the Fearless Morning Show. Prayerfully, y'all, my friend Lynn will be back with me tomorrow. Please make sure you check her out, bit.ly/talk to Lynn, and that is a capital L with 2 N's in her name, and that's Demons Enterprise. No demons over here. That's Demons Enterprise. So please make sure you check her out if you're ready to live past crazy in your finances. She is the lady you need to talk to, because she is America's #1. Yes, she said it, America's #1 financial rebound coach. So go check her out. All right, guys, please make sure you share the video, because sharing is caring. I appreciate you so much for joining the Fearless Morning Show and being here with us every single day. If your friends and family do not have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel where you can binge watch all the Fearless Morning Shows. They are by topic and by title, so you can watch them. If you type in the Fearless Morning Show, our faces will appear and you will be able to watch the shows there. I appreciate you guys. I hope you have an amazing Thursday, and we will see you here bright and early tomorrow morning at 7:15. Have a good one.